There's nothing more shameful in our country's past than slavery. Okay, that's horrible. But I've grown up in a generation where I've idolized black people my entire life. They are better at everything. So the fact that there's nothing more shameful in our country's past than slavery. Okay, that's horrible. But I've grown up in a generation where I've idolized black people my entire life. They are better at everything. So the fact that we pulled off slavery, I've already said it's awful. That's off the table. So the fact that we pulled off slavery, I've already said it's awful. That's off the table. I'm just saying, it's kind of neat. I mean, at any point, they could have been like, you know we can just run away, right? And you will never catch us. And if you do, we will beat the living shit out of you. Hell yeah.
The fuck do you mean we? And who the hell do you mean y'all? You 550 fucking years old? Because I'm not. That means you were never a slave and I was never a slave owner. Furthermore, how do you know any of my relatives ever owned a slave? The fuck do you mean we? And who the hell do you mean y'all? You 550 fucking years old? Because I'm not. That means you were never a slave and I was never a slave owner. Furthermore, how do you know any of my relatives ever owned a slave? And if they didn't, why are you grouping me in with that shit? See, here's the thing. As long as you keep grouping all white people into that bullshit right there, white people are going to continue to not give a fuck about your whining, crying, bitching, and moaning. Because they have nothing to do with it. Fairies a slave. And if they didn't, why are you grouping me in with that shit? See, here's the thing. As long as you keep grouping all white people into that bullshit right there, white people are going to continue to not give a fuck about your whining, crying, bitching, and moaning. Because they have nothing to do with it. Very small percentage of white people in this country owned slaves back in the day, which meant 99% of the people did not. But you attribute all white people to that shit. No wonder why they just look at you and go, fuck you and your crime. The fuck do you mean we? And who the hell do you...
Y'all love to play these present tense, past tense shenanigans, don't you? You ain't got no issue in saying we when you talking about the Declaration of Independence of 1776.
Shalom, shalom, Yasharala, all praises and glory goes to Yahweh Hashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations unto the elect men feeding the sheep of Yahweh Hashem, Yahushai, in sincerity and truth with this great gospel coming out of our Bible. Coming out of our Bible for who? The Israelites, descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, right? That's who we're speaking to, really, to the elect of those people, right? Because this message is not going to connect with the rest of the world. This is not for the world, right? When they talk about the Lord so much loved the world, they're talking about the world of Israel. The world of Israel. So he sent his son to die for our sins, right? So we could return back to the Father. And that's what's about to happen, man. We're about to return back to the Father. The Lord's coming to save his people, right? From their sins. He's going to send his son to save his people. And the other nations, they're going into fucking captivity, right? The scriptures tell us they're going into captivity. I'm going to go to the book of Revelation 13, verse 9. It says, if any man have an ear, let him hear. Right? Wisdom, understanding, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity, right? That's one of the best verses in the scriptures. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. You ain't gonna hear that from the Christian church. You ain't gonna hear that from none of the churches. They ain't gonna talk about this, right? They want to talk about love and happiness and everything's gonna be okay. God forgive everybody. No, that's bullshit. The Bible says, if any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here's the patience and the faith of the saints, right? The saints are the Israelites. Right? We are patiently awaiting to what? Put tribulation upon those that put tribulation upon us. Right? Because it's long overdue spiritually. Right? Because this devil, Esau, Edom, right? His pride done got bigger through what? His riches. Right? Free labor, free slave labor. He took the land from the Native Americans, right? He enslaved the Northern Kingdom and the Southern Kingdom, right? We both went into captivity underneath this devil. So now it's gonna be his time to go into captivity. Esau, Edom, not just him, with the fucking Egyptians, Mizraim, right? The Persians, the Medes, the Romans, which is the Edomites, right? And all these other nations. It says, what nation have not had part? Let's get that verse. Let's go to 1 Maccabees. We're going to read 2 and 7. It says, he said, woe is me, right? Wherefore was I born to see the misery of my people. And we're living to see the misery of our people. We've been living to see the misery of our people. We fell, right? Because we came, just like it says, there's nothing new under the sun, right? These Edomites think this is the first time they've been on earth. No, it was the same Edomites who brought us down, right? During the 1500s, the 1400s, the 1300s, the 1200s, right? The Roman Empire, right? These reincarnated spirits keep coming back, right? It says, he said, woe is me, right? Woe is me, wherefore I was born to see the misery of my people. In the holy city to dwell there, when it was delivered into the hand of the enemy, and the sanctuary into the hand of strangers, right? When the Lord cut us off, what happened? He sent strangers amongst us, right? He sent the enemies to take us down, right? The Egyptians, the Persians, the Medes, right? The Romans, all these different nations who had part in our destruction, right? With the Egyptian, we went into Egypt, and guess what? They turned us into slaves. It said we are more and mightier than them, so they put us in the hardcore bondage, right? It says, her temples is become as a man without glory. Her glorious vessels are carried away into captivity. Her infants are slain in the streets. Her young men with the sword of the enemy. And we're still having that right now, man. What's the new sword? The gun. Right? You got cops pulling Jake over and putting bullets in their asses, right? It says, what nation have not had part in her kingdom and gotten of her spoils, right? All these fucking nations are guilty, right? All these nations are guilty, man, from the Asians, the motherfucking crackers, the Africans, the Ethiopians, the Egyptians, right? Even them Hawaiian motherfuckers, right? And they all go into the goddamn captivity, like the scriptures say. And one thing we know these devils fear is what? Recompense. Right? They feed their recompense, man. They don't want to pay for what they have done. Right? That's why Esau is in such a denial. Talking about, hey, you weren't around 500 years ago. Why should I have to pay? Motherfucker, you gonna have to pay. Because what it says, prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers. You can't get over what the scriptures got prepared for you goddamn Edomites, and it's the end of your world. It's the end of your civilization as you know it. Right? And the Lord's gonna bring other Edomites to bring your whole wicked system down. That's why Trump's coming against you broke back crackers. Right? You wicked-minded crackers that's trying to that Democrat spirit, right? That dummy. It's really a dummy-crat spirit, trying to turn a boy child into a girl child, right? That's a dummy-crat spirit, right? And letting all type of motherfuckers invade your country. That's a dummy-crat spirit. And these Edomites, they want to live that life of not carefree, and what the Lord put in the spirit in Jake to rebel against that Edomite system. Right, Jake talking about reparations. Jake talking about revenge. Jake talking about he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. Right, you got different groups of Israelites talking about different things in this devil. Right, we waiting for the Northern Kingdom to get on the same spirit. Right, on the same spirit. Right now, Jake, Judah, Benjamin, Levi is on fire on what? These goddamn devils. Right, and a few Northern Kingdom brothers putting in work. But wait till the rest of the Northern Kingdom wake up. It's a wrap for this goddamn devil. The Lord's talking about 144,000. Right? That's what's about to wake up. 12,000 out of every tribe. I'm going to read it. Says, white man exposes his own race. Right? The scriptures also said what these devils going to do. This is the book of Psalm 64 verse 8. It says, so they shall what? Make their own tongue to fall what? Upon themselves. Right? Upon themselves. They going to tell on themselves. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall what? Flee away, flee away.
We do not halt Israel's genocide because we, as Americans, are Israel, infected with the same white supremacy and intoxicated by our domination of the globe's wealth and the power to obliterate others with our... We do not halt Israel's genocide because we, as Americans, are Israel, infected with the same white supremacy and intoxicated by our domination of the globe's wealth and the power to obliterate others with our advanced weaponry. The vaunted democratic values, morality, and respect for human rights claimed by Israel and the United States has always been a lie. The real credo is this: we have everything. And if you try our domination of the globe's wealth and the power to obliterate others with our advanced weaponry. The vaunted democratic values, morality, and respect for human rights claimed by Israel and the United States has always been a lie. The real credo is this: we have everything. And if you try and take it away from us, we will kill you with our advanced weaponry. The vaunted democratic values, morality, and respect for human rights claimed by Israel and the United States has always been a lie. The real credo is this: we have everything. And if you try and take it away from us, we will kill you. People of color, especially when they are poor and vulnerable, do not count. Their hopes, dignity, and aspirations, we will kill you. People of color, especially when they are poor and vulnerable, do not count. Their hopes, dignity, and aspirations for freedom of those outside the empire are worthless. Global domination will be sustained through racialized violence. The aspirations for freedom of those outside the empire are worthless. Global domination will be sustained through racialized violence. Sustained through racialized violence. The lie that the American empire is predicated on democracy and liberty is one the Palestinians and those in the global south, as well as Native Americans and black and brown Americans, not to mention those who live in the Middle East, have known for decades.
Yeah, I'm going to read it again. It says Psalm 64:8. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away, right? The wicked is being identified as the wicked, and they know who they are. This is the book of 2 Thessalonians. We're going to go to 2 verse 3. It says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come. Right? That day shall not come except there come a falling away first. Right? We fell as a people, we went into captivity. And that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, right? We're seeing the man of sin being revealed, right? The Edomites, the wicked, the Bible speaks of, right? Because he's the one, the bloody man going around destroying other nations, right? And you got other Edomites spilling the beans, right? Telling on themselves. And this is all a sign of a declining society, a falling system, right? Because you got Edomites, they say they see they can't be part of that 1%, so fuck it, they telling. Right, white man exposing his own race, they telling for their crimes, their history of violence against who? Dark races, mainly against who? The children of Israel, man, the children of Israel, right? I'm reading the book of Jeremiah 16, let's go to 14. It says, therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that it shall no more be said, the Lord liveth that brought up the children of Israel out of what? The land of Egypt. Right? But the Lord liveth that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north here in North America. Right? In the Americas. Really Babylon the Great. And from all the lands whither he have driven them. Because what? The angels and the chariots and Yahushua coming to what? Deliver his elect from all these different countries. Right? I'm reading again. But the Lord liveth that brought up the children of Israel from what? The land of the north and from all the lands whither he have driven them. And I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers. Who's their fathers? Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's our forefathers. It's not the founding fathers of America. That's some Edomite shit, right? It says, behold, I will send for many fishers, saith Yahweh, and they shall fish them, and after I will send for many hunters, And they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of every holes of the rocks, right? Who's in the holes of the rocks? These goddamn Edomites, right? These elites, they're gonna try to hide from the judgments that's coming, right? Why you think these motherfucking crackers are so scared? Because they know their time is up. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's time for you to pay for what you have done. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee, right? You got to go to the book of Obadiah. Read the book of Obadiah. Let's go Obadiah 1 and let's start at 1. It says, the vision of Obadiah, thus said the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from Yahweh, an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised, right? When going to small, insignificant, right? Esau is the most insignificant nation amongst all the nations, the basis of all men, right? The loser, the worst of worst. That caveman, right? It says when he came out the caves, right? The Lord set him. He says, who's the Lord set over the kingdom, the basis of men. Right, and that's what we're dealing with right now. It says, the pride of thine heart have deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock. Where you used to be a caveman, now you're the banker, right? You're the doctor, right? You're the lawyer, right? You're the scientist, right? You're the engineer, right? You're the man of, you're the motherfucker they go to for wisdom, the wisdom of Teman, right? It says, the pride of thine heart have deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground, right? That's how these Edomites feel. Who the fuck is going to take them down? They got the weapons of mass fucking destruction. They went to the Middle East looking for weapons of mass destruction. They ain't found shit. All they found was the dead bodies that they left. But it says, though they exalt themselves, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, right? Who claims to be the eagle? The Edomites. Russia got 2 fucking eagles on their flag, right? Esau got 1. It says, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle. I'm sorry, Americans got one eagle. Russia got 2 eagles on their flag, right? 1 flag. It says, thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, right? Satellites in the heavens, right? Spacecrafts, space research, all that shit, right? That's Esau Edom. After they brought down the Germans, right? They had the Operation Paperclip. We got a bunch of scientists went to Russia, scientists went to what? South America, and scientists went to Americas, right? It says, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, then shall I bring thee down, saith the Lord, right? They went into the heavens in the 70s, late 60s, 70s, and the Lord been bringing their asses down. If thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they have stolen till they had enough? If grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes, right? Because Esau ain't leaving a motherfucking thing. When he come to your country, man, he gonna leave dead bodies, right? He gonna leave people in poverty. And that's it, right? People fighting each other. Look how he did Haiti. Look how he did all these different countries on the west coast of Africa and these different Central and South American countries, right? It says, how are the things of Esau searched out? How are the hidden things sought up, right? Because we just see the Edomite expose their whole system. Right? It says, how are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him, right? So the people of the earth are about to turn on this, man. Right? They about to turn on Esau Edom. That's why this devil's scared. Even Donald Trump said they no longer respect us. They no longer respect us. They no longer fear us, right? Yeah, he know it's a wrap. He said we got to make America strong again. Yeah, because America's losing it. Edomites and Babylon the Great are losing your strength, your power. Shall I not in that day, saith the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom, and understanding of the mount of Esau? Right? These devils so dumb, right? They don't even know the difference between a man and a female no more, right? The Lord, it's like they're going back to that caveman spirit. They're going back to that docile ass, base man ass spirit. Lack of wisdom. Don't forget, wisdom is with the highest nation, with Israel. So imagine the lowest nation, they ain't got shit. And thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed. to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be what? Cut off by slaughter. Right? Cut the fuck off by slaughter, man. That's the mysteries of the scriptures, man. It's a nation in the Bible that's going to be destroyed after 1,000 years of captivity, and their asses is what, not going to be brought back. It's going to be a wrap for you so-called white people. And you're not white, you're red, right? Your true color is red, and you're being identified as the wicked. Everybody know who you are. Everybody's rising up against you, right? Even your own nation is telling on you, right? So these Edomites are scared, right? They're spooked. I'm going to read the book of Job 21 and 30 says, Job 21 verse 30, that the wicked is reserved to the day of destruction. What is the wicked reserved for? For the day of destruction, that they shall be brought forth to the day of wrath of the Lord, right? The wrath of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, right? Colossians 3 and 25 says, but he that doeth wrong shall receive for the wrong which he have done. And there is no respect of persons, right? Ain't no getting away from what you have done, you goddamn devils, right? Ain't nothing. You done set up a whole system off the blood of Native Americans, Israelites, talking about you want your rights in your Declaration of Independence, right? All this bullshit, but guess what? Now that you talking about you want your rights, now you got a system where the slaves want their rights. The slaves want reparations, really. The slaves want revenge. The slaves want revenge on you wicked ass crackers, and that's what the Lord's about to set up. Revenge on these devils, and we see the decline of Babylon the Great, right? We see the decline of America, because people are not trying to build America. People are what? Fleeing fucking America, leaving America. Right? Because a lot of Edomites don't want to get caught up in this race war. They see vengeance is coming. Retribution, payback, revenge from Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. They got to pay for the wicked they have done. And the world can see it. Let's go to the book of Obadiah 15 first, right? It says, for the day of Yahweh is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. Yeah, I'm going to keep bringing this verse out. Motherfucker, as you have done, it's going to be done unto you. We putting your ass in the slavery. Only thing we ain't going to do, y'all, we ain't going to be bug breaking you fucking crackers. We ain't going to be doing nothing wicked to you. It's going to be a righteous recompense, a righteous payback from Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. We will not be like you devils, right? But guess what? You're going to get your payback. For the day of the Lord, Yahweh is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. For as ye have drunken upon the holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Man, we went into captivity. We were sold, we were bought, we were separated, we were destroyed as a people. So shall all the heathen drink continually. Yea, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they have not been. Yeah, you looking at Donald Trump cracker. You looking at a Bill Gates cracker. You looking at the Rothschilds. Prepare to look at a fucking slave. That's what they're going to be. Because it says upon Mount Zion shall be what? Deliverance. Who's going to be delivered? Mount Zion, and there shall be holiness. And the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions, right? And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, right? The northern and the southern kingdom, we're going to come back together, and we're going to be on fire. And the house of Esau for stubble, they're going to fall, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall what? And there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for our Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai have what? Spoken it. Shalom.